Okay, we good. All right, so back to our topic. So this one is a short communication. Let's say about this, and this is about the creative deliverable. So as I told you that this one is inspired by Jenna Hartle. This professor, she's from the professor from University of Toronto, and I have chance to meet her in Sheffield while I'm studying PhD, and she's so, how to say, chic in her appearance, very nice and very kind that I met her, and her idea is quite attractive to me. So let's say that I believe her teaching, okay, apply to my style too, because I think that we have kind of the similarity of characteristic. And she is the award of the 2016 Excellent in Teaching Award too. So I would like to introduce Dr. Jenna Hartel, okay, from Canada. Okay, and this one I met her second, maybe twice, and this one is from the I conference that Sheffield will be the host of this conference, and she come as the guest speaker in the conference and run the workshop that called iWorks. So that means information. When we say little I, is represent information in our fields. So she be the professor from information studies. Okay, so I am from this section. I just would like you to get a brief understanding and get you the idea of how can you turn information in another form or in another format. And this one quite it's about the designs. It's about from your creation, from your imagination. Okay, and this is quite connect to the word that we say artist. Okay, but somehow designers are not artists. Okay. Designer is about the thing that you express myself through design. This is the concept. Okay, and when you say some, what do you think? So this depends on the individual perspective. Someone say that, oh, this is the very nice piece of artwork. Someone say, I don't understand at all. Okay, so that means it's about the interpretation, about your understanding. How do you send the message to the audience? So that's from your concept. Okay, so that means another thing of information is mean you communicate with each other, and the design. This one is called communicating with a clear message. Okay, and somehow we also use design to implement the database or in the scientist method. So this one is another thing that we say the problem solving to solve the solution. Yep. So this is something that is about interpretation. Someone, they understand that this is men's room, and the girl said, I don't get it, or I don't understand about it. Why is represent as a symbol of giraffe or elephant? Okay. Somehow, when this say about it, they say that design may not need about explanation or the details. Okay. But somehow they say that if design has to be explained, it didn't serve its purpose. So that means when you design, you need to be, when the audience or the user see that, they need to be understand or get it immediately. So this is maybe it's work out for that. Okay. So that means design is not something that you create and you don't think anything. So behind of this, you have reasons, you have the purpose, or you have the goal to reach that, to accomplish about this. So it means they use some, the one is about use to solve the problems. All right, so come to the creative deliverable. This one, that means in our class at the end, of course, we would like you to write the report or essay. And in every class, not only in my class, you will say that your teacher or your lecturer always asks you to write, right? Every subject. So that means this is very classic version, and it begins since 16th century. Therefore, I mean, in this information age, we try to adapt or change the format of how to present information. Okay, so that means in this class we have to do some piece of writing, of course, in the report at the end, and this is so boring, but it's full of academic knowledge in there. So it means you need to fulfill your knowledge in that aspect, right? But I also would like you to try to come out the comfort zone or the classic form of information. So they have other form of mediums for you to communication. So you can turn to be as a short story, poem, screenplay, you can drawing, you can make like a collage, painting, sculpture, okay, or something as a visual art that you can express yourself, and also by your familiar skills, right? So this is kind of the concept. Okay, you can, if you're good at singing, you can turn information into the lyric and the song. You can compose that. If you're good at dancing, you can compose the meaning of your poster, okay, or gesture with the movement of dance. That's also fine. Another form of information. So I mean, for this time, I just would like to introduce you another information form. Okay, so this is just a summary that you can see that it can be as animation, it can be video, podcast if you would like. It can be, you can use social media to present your work, okay, or you can use through Instagram or Twitter, right? Okay, so that's mean in the University of Toronto, they have this kind of class to let students do their research, the content about information, and turn up into the creativity deliverable. Okay, and they use the duration of 12 weeks, something like this, and they say that the assignments guideline gonna be like also have piece of work of art or exhibition, and then case, because something that you create or invent, you also need explanation. And later on, I mean, not for today, but I will bring the example, okay, for the 4th year, your sister or your brother come and let you see about that. But this is from Canada, from the University of Toronto in the Department of Information Studies. They come out with the example is graphic novel, and the topic is the internet. Okay, and they just turn into the story. So in this PowerPoint, I will send to you so you can have time and read about it later in the carefully way. Yep, just something like this, but I will not go in detail. I just would like to introduce you. And the example is like when the artist statement, they will try to express and give the detail behind your exhibition or your work. What is this about? Okay, just explanation. Okay. Okay, something like they will say that I reflect analytical on the topic of internet and its scope, history. So that means she tells from that story in the history from the history in the internet. Okay. How it's used and development, something like this. Another example is the video montage, and the topic is about the nature of information. So the topic is not that difficult. So you can pick up from your interest, based on your interest, of course. And when we say information is very broad, so you can just think about anything but need to be related to information and library science. So it can be from social media. It can relate for technology, okay? And you can check with me if that the topic is good or not. Okay, so this is called video montage. You just gather a lot of picture and try to make as a video. So this is another form. And this is the artist statements that they try to explain the explain information behind this. This is also nice. This one is called sculpture, and the topic is about the modern library. Okay, and when they say the modern librarian, you can see that this student, she tried to invent as the eyeglasses, and from this one they have the picture, or maybe they tell the story behind that, what is the librarian in the past and in the future, what she would like it to be. So this is another thing that we can interpretation from this one. Okay, like this is the summary that somehow using the computer, sharing book, something that she tried to gather everything in here. Okay, and this is another artist statements that you can take time and look in more detail around this one. All right, another thing, this one, another example, dynamic dance. And this one, the topic that the student try to present is about information overload. So it come up with dance, okay? And this is quite challenging because I don't know about dance. Okay, so this is for your idea that you can do anything from based on your family, or if you would like to learn the new things. So this class is the opportunity for you to try to learn new things. Okay. Some example for the last semester. Some students how to say, they don't know how to create a game online, but they try in my class and create one game for online about the information things. Okay, and it's nice. Okay, so for example, you can do like a poem, map, board game, puzzle, flip book, music composition, 3D drawing. Okay, this one I also have example for the last semester as well. Okay, so our first assignment, I just prompt you to be ready that you need to find your article for 10 articles, and all 10 articles is around library and information science. Okay, and this consists of two parts. The first is summary part, the second is opinion part. Okay, and in each article you come up around 300 to 500 words per title. Okay, and this one is also the thing that you need to manage, like a time management. And if you try to do one per day, so let's say that 10 days you will finish, and that's it. You don't have overload you about your homework. Okay, so that's why today I would like to advise you today that try to find your article first. Okay, don't keep it to the last, because that will overwhelming and you will got really many things and you will panic. Okay. All right. And I mean, from that 10 articles, you will gain more vocabulary, more knowledge, and of course, more idea. So this one, you can pick from the 10 article and come up with new ideas and then turn to be in the assignment number 2. Okay, this one is about the creativity deliverable that we just talked. So this one you just we have two tasks, artworks and artist statement. Okay, and this is the detail about the site of your artwork. If you would like to have as an object, so I just set the standard for you. And you can do around 6 to 8 hours, or can be like a week, can be 1 day, that's up to you. Okay, and artist statements is around 250 word count. Okay, all right. And this one I will, let's say for now is 15 points for you guys. Okay, and this is just the evaluation and criteria. And this I open for your opportunity. So I will not lower your grade. Let's say that it's gonna be a B plus, B something out in this score. Okay. Okay. So this is the feedback from the class, that this is kind of the opportunity for you to learn the new things in different way. And the thing that you can experience is about you practice, you can think, and you think it in the analytical way. And this is good. It's quite good for you to prompt you to another step in the how to say, in the university level. And again, if you finish graduate and you need to find your work, this is gonna be the one that you can learn from that. You can use your design imagination and based on the theory or concept. Okay, so I just practice you about this. All right, so that's about the process that I teach you, learn, tell you how to do in the basic concept. And we evaluate about this. And yes, the process is about dissemination. So you need to present to your friends, okay, and get the impact. This is an example. And you just how to say, just an example for you to see that how many ways that you can create. Okay, and if you interest something of the design, so you can pick some or you can mix, okay, and combine in your work. Okay, you can do as a card game like this. You can have with a sculpture if you would like to. Painting, if you maybe you're good at, or maybe you would like to practice more about it, you can do that. It's like this painting. Many kind of painting, so you can doing drawing. Okay, just an idea for you. Because before we do or design, you need to know the concept or the content, right? You can do as a process, as a drawing, as an instruction. Comic books, of course, you can do. Okay, I also have the example later, not today, but this is another thing, that another idea about comic books like this. And you can color is the thing that in the psychology way, this reduce your stress and make you focus, and this is good anyway. You can do as an easy small thin book, not many pages. You can tell and create on by your own. That's fine. You can dance. You can make as a video. Okay, and you can do as a correct Instagram account You can create your new, or you can be on your base on your own, and you create some story around here, and you tell some of your work. Music composition, of course, that I told you before. You can, if you would like to. Board game like this. You can come with a map. Another thing, this is the idea for you. Map have a lot of way, right, to illustrate. As country symbol, this is also about information, right? Just this is a map, but actually it tells you a lot of detail in there if you look about this carefully. And this is based on Thailand. Chao Phraya Express boat. And this is BTS. Okay, and they tell story about the, how to say, the portal, right? Camel can be a poem. Of course, from the last semester, your, how to say, your brother, your seniority also creates some poem. I will show you later on. I need to say for that guy very good at English because his minor is English. So he come up with poem about information. That's nice. You can try. It's not just try if you would like. Another poem and you can read later. Okay. Or you can create a story if you would like to tell, and I will read. Something like this, you can do as one, or you can do as a photo series, like this, collecting things, science fiction, installation kits. Okay, puzzle, if you like, stop motion animation. I think this is quite difficult but challenging. If you try, if you're interested, you can try. Yeah, visual montage, same as video montage, but this is just try to just gather the picture and come up with some figure that explains about your content. Scan like this, visual montage, and also this also rich of information in there too. But we tell as tell story by the picture. Magnetic poetry set. Another thing that very nice. Okay, just an invention. Okay, and this one, if you do like this in each individual word, so we can switch and make another new sentence. Fashion portfolio, another interesting thing. Okay, you can keep it as portfolio and you can show after you finish this class later on, and you can keep it on your profile too. Portfolio as a fashion. Okay, do as a research and gather the content and explain about your idea. All right. Or you can do as a parody magazine cover. So just decide the cover of the magazine and what do you think about this? This is example. So this one, if you aim to be as how to say reporter, or you would like to try to apply the job in the field of mass communication or in the field of news, so you can practice by design some kind of this area. Or it can be seen is like a magazine, but it's smaller one. Okay, you can do by yourself. Is that not difficult? Like this. Okay. Make your own by your based on your idea. And can be as this is quite simple. Can be like instructional poster. So this is something similar to infographic, right? So you can, if you think you be expert like this, so you can come up with this form as an instruction. So you show the process 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or mixed media sculpture. So you can try to gather piece of your instrument and come up together in one visual art. That's also fine. Very nice. What else? Yeah, mix the things and gather like this. Okay, or you can do flip books. Okay, you know about this, right? Make a story in each drawing and turn up to a motion. Okay. Anything possible. Or do 3D drawing. Okay, just try, or you can, if you like, if you would like to learn in the watercolor, so you can try. Okay, just try. You can do as a digital collage. So this one just like as I said earlier, you can just pick from the picture in internet, right? And you come up with your own idea and just cut and paste and try to do in the figure that you would like to express. Yeah, can be anything. Mix and match. Or you can do like as a wall hanging. Okay, and turn the story in relate of the information and library size. Can be, yeah, not that easy, not that difficult. Or collection of poems. Conceptual diagram, connective map. Another idea. Like this. Okay, many ideas for you. As a map, you can turn. Yep, this is just I mean the example and introduction for you. So I think you can get some idea along this time, just thinking about what do you would like to express your work. All right, so okay. Did I stop sharing? No. Okay, stop sharing. All right, so right now let's back to our homework. So while I'm talking, so it's around 40 minutes. So I think I hope you guys finish your homework. Okay, so for our homework, and we have some vocabulary, right? Let me say. Okay, how can you see my Okay, the one, so I think I will be the first one that try to introduce some new word for you. Do you see this word? Procrastinating. Okay, this word I pick up from, it didn't appear in the article, but it's about the acting and behavior. And I think this one is quite interesting, and I would like you to know about this one. It said procrastinating. So as we talked last time, it's on the page number 2. Okay, in the the second paragraph that it's easy to say, I will read that paper tomorrow, and then how much time goes by and you haven't read a single paper. So this one is the character that explain the word procrastinating. So it means ผลัดวันประกันพรุ่งนะคะหรือว่าคนที่ชอบเลื่อนเวลาไปเรื่อยๆ and this one is not good at all but it's all your habit, right? Also, of course, me too. Okay, so for me, before I wake up early and I try to I try to do exercise, maybe swimming or jogging, but right now not at all. And I procrastinating my activity, and I feel like this is not good, and I would like to be start again. Okay, and today this very nice that I saw my inspiration. Faye, I saw Faye, I saw Baitong, and I saw Nokia at the morning around 7:30. Actually, I didn't recognize them. But why I saw them in the morning, wow, because I tried to observe their clothes, and I saw their training shoes. Yes, and I asked them later that, oh, they try to commitment themselves that they would like to go exercise, and this is for their first day too. And they come to Angel and they jogging, right? Walking and running a bit. And this is for their first time too, first day, and be the first witness to see them. Very honored to saw them and very nice. So I mean, I'm quite impressed about their, how to say, their acting and responsible for their life. This is very nice. So this is the word of procrastinating. I don't want to waste the time. All right, so I hope you guys come up with this one and remember about this. And when you talk and have some conversation, when they say procrastinating, so you say, oh yeah, this is the word that I know. All right, so I will stop sharing. Stop sharing, right? Yes. Okay, so I will pick some of you here, and we will begin with the 1A. What the word that you learn from this article? Okay, Yuttapong, are you there for today? No.นัทกรค่ะนัทกร are you here?
อยู่ครับอยู่ครับ
Okay ค่ะ What is your new word or your new vocabulary?
อาจารย์ถามผมครับ
Yes.
อะไรนะครับขออีกรอบ
What is your new words? And what does it mean? เราได้ศัพท์อะไรใหม่ๆบ้างคะ
ยังไม่ได้เลยครับอาจารย์
Okay, while I'm waiting for you, I will come back for you later. Let me choose นงนภัสค่ะ
อ
อาจารย์
yes
ถ้าคราวที่แล้วหนูไม่ได้เข้าคาบแล้วหนูก็ไม่ได้อ่านมาค่ะสารภาพตรงๆเลยแล้วหนูก็ไม่รู้อะค่ะ
okay you can practice by speak in English นะคะ
ค่ะ
okay all right so maybe I will choose someone from here Faye ค่ะ just one
Boardly. Boardly. Boardly.
Boardly. Yes. Can you spell
Boardly.
B-O-A-R-D? Okay, what is the part of speech?
Adverb.
Adverb, yes. And the meaning
อย่างกว้างขวาง
อย่างกว้างขวาง lot ใช่ไหมคะใช้ขอบคุณค่ะ Thank you. Next ค่ะ Nokia. This is easy.
consideration
Consideration. Yes. What is the part of speech?
now
ค่ะ
ข้อควรพิจารณา
ข้อควรพิจารณาค่ะ Okay, that's okay. And how about ศิลภพคะ ได้
ลา
คำ
กลากครับ LARK ครับ
quite interesting ลัก
มันแปลกๆครับไม่เคยเห็นมาก่อนนะ
Me too. This is my first time too. What is the past of speed ครับ
now ครับ
now
now คำนามครับ
yes ค่ะ the meaning
funny ครับ
funny amusing adventure something done for fun ใช่ไหมคะ แปลว่า
ใช่
สนุกสนานเนาะ
ครับผม
โอเคค่ะ next how about พลากรค่ะ
burden ครับ teacher
pardon
burden ครับ
burden
bu ครับ burden
b u r d e n
ครับ
ค่ะ part of speech
นามครับ
now ค่ะ meaning
ภาระ
ภาระ โอเค next ชันชนค่ะ
approach
which one
approach
App. Can you spell please
approach
A P P R O A C H
approach
part of
I think verb
I think word meaning ค่ะ
เข้าใกล้ครับ
เข้าใกล้
เข้าใกล้
เข้าใกล้ nice not approach นะคะ approach
approach
yes thank you
thank you
very nice okay what else I need a volunteer someone if you would like anyone that you have very interesting new vocabulary
nonsense
nonsense
nonsense NUNCES
oh yeah this is my new vocabulary too
how do we pronounce this
actually I'm not sure nuance I think
Nuance?
nuance nuance so this one is on the page number 3 on the second paragraph นะคะ nuance okay so what is the part of speech
now
now yes because you have yeah the nuance the meaning please
different
different little different
actually
yeah it mean แตกต่างกันนิดหน่อยมันมีระดับนิดนึงเนาะคำนี้ก็จะเป็นแบบ variation synonym นะคะ variation find distinction something like this okay and I think who else how about I would like to just pick some word and would like you to tell about this accomplishment can you find that do you have that word ใบตอง accomplishment what is the part of speech now yes the meaning ใช่ yes do you have the synonym of this one successful right yeah accomplishment นะคะ is on the topic of habit forming the last heading on the third paragraph เนาะ accomplishment แปลว่าประสบความสำเร็จนะคะทำให้สำเร็จเนาะ synonym is around the successful how about make up on the later paragraph make up what do you think in Thai make up มีค่ะอยู่บอกร้อนก็มานั่งได้ค่ะ make up what do you think because I think we use in Thai very frequently right make up นั่งนี่อันนั้นโต๊ะของอาจารย์อีกคนนึงอยู่ตรงนี้มันอันนี้มาทำอะไรอ่ะอาจารย์นั่งเงียบๆตรงนั้นก่อนนะไม่รีบใช่ไหมคะสอนอยู่โอเค make up
To do something.
what again
To do something right.
yeah to do something what
Yeah, to do something.
just right to do something no make up เราใช้บ่อยนะคะ make up ชดเชย right in Thai ชดเชยนะ make up again make up class ไง teacher make up จำได้ไหมคะ you familiar and I think the one that how about another thing that quite interesting dedicating time it's on page number 3 the last one you can count 1 2 3 4 5 the fifth paragraph what yeah what are the part of speech if we say dedicating ing gerund is part of speech dedicating ค่ะ now ลงท้ายด้วย ing เป็น noun นะคะหรือว่าคำนามเนาะ what does it mean
It means spend the time.
dedicating
Teacher mean to give, right? You can give.
to give that one that's also right and
Reward, right? Reward to give.
devote and donate ก็คืออุทิศใช่ไหมคะ แปลว่าอุทิศ เก่งมาก excellent okay and the one I think the one that quite nice and I would like to introduce you on page number 2 do you see the word predict can you find that it's on page number 2 and from the last bottom is on the second one can you see predict what does it mean
Forecast.
yes ทำนาย forecast what is the part of speech verb exactly okay and when I saw someone say that forecast so the synonym is forecast foresee foretell why they say something that FORE can you see about the relation ใครยกมือรุจิลาเหรอคะ forecast foresee and foretell how can I explain to you guys wait for me a minute I would like to show in the PowerPoint let me forecast can you spell can you guess
Teacher, it is a suffix before the word text, all right, and it mean that something before, all right.
Yeah it's not suffix it's prefix
Yes.
wait a minute I have many program okay can you see this is the predict the synonym of predict and you have forecast foresee foretell and do you familiar with the word fortune teller what does it mean fortune teller หมอดูถ้ามันลงท้ายด้วย er มันเป็นคนใช่ไหมคะนี่คือหมอดู so that's quite similar to foretell so that means fortune teller and you can see from the predict that Chisanupong just share information right for that mean before so that mean when you predict ทำนายใช่ไหมคะมันก็จะเห็นเหตุการณ์ล่วงหน้าเราก็จะแบบ forecast foresee foretell นะทั้งหมดนี้ก็คือแปลว่าทำนายทั้งหมดเลยโอเค all right so next question try to identify the subject area 1B when you read this story what do you think the story will come up in just one word so what is the word that you express I want to may I stop share this okay may I ask วรุษค่ะ Are you there yeah can you come up with the subject after you read this whole story what do you think this story is about
read a paper every day.
That's not that subject if we say but it's kind of short summary for you right how about พิชยาค่ะ
yes career career about a scientist
okay not quite how about นนทพัฒน์ค่ะ
ครับ
the subject area of this story
I don't have a book teacher
you don't have a book
yeah
all right
sorry
so I hope you will have a book very soonนะคะand actually you can guess from our talking and discussion too next did I ask เกียรติณัฐภูมิ not yet
yes
ค่ะ
subject right about what Oliver Lisland learn from read paper every day or something
all right so I think I need to talk in Thai เราเรียนกันมาแล้วเรื่องของหัวเรื่องใช่ไหมจากใครคะให้เกียรติผู้สอนด้วยค่ะ เพราะฉะนั้นคุณจะต้อง come up ออกมาแค่คำเดียว control vocabulary คือ subject คือหัวเรื่องนั้นเราคิดซิว่าหัวเรื่องที่เราคิดอ่ะหรือ keyword ก็ได้ของเรื่องนี้มันต้องมีแค่1 หรือ 2 คำเท่านั้น
research
research yes that's good what else
Science.
science not quite yet the real purpose from this story what
reading
it's about exactly reading just reading just reading that's it just one word reading so subject area can be reading research and for me I pick some word that I call information literacy yep that's can be แปลว่าอะไรคะการรู้สารสนเทศก็คือเราอ่านเราจะได้ความรู้เนาะ but the best fit for this one is just reading that's it okay next ค่ะ 1C what new information have you learned so can I ask พัชรพรค่ะ what new information have you learned okay
แป๊บนึงนะคะอาจารย์
Okay, I will let you have time to prepare your answer. And for 1D, how does this new learning connect to your prior knowledge or experience? Or how can you use in the future? This one I will go for ปฐมนะคะปฐมอาจหารนะ And for 1E, what questions, concerns, or thoughts do you have? This one will go to ยุทธพงศ์ค่ะ Okay, so are you ready, Miu? This is not that difficult. They just ask that what new information have you learned? คุณได้อะไรเกี่ยวกับเรื่องนี้อ่านแล้วได้อะไรอ่านแล้วรู้คิดอะไร quickly
technique about research
Okay, what kind of the technique about research?
yeah
So that means the technique about research it means you need to be hardworking, right? Don't be procrastinating, right? ไม่ผัดวันประกันพรุ่งใช่ไหมคะสิ่งที่ได้จากตรงนี้ก็คือว่าเขาต้องอ่านทุกวันสิ่งที่เขาได้แล้วเขาก็จะได้ความรู้ใหม่ขึ้นมาเนาะใช่ไหมอันนี้ก็คือ new information you have learned โอเคต่อไปค่ะ next ปฐมค่ะ you can answer either one how can you use in the future or how does this new learning connect to your prior knowledge or experience อยู่ไหมคะปฐมอยู่เนาะ
เรื่องเปิดไหมค์ครับเป็นวิธีเทคนิคที่ใช้ในอนาคตอย่างนี้ได้ใช่ไหมครับ
ได้ค่ะ how can you use in the future คิดว่าจะใช้ความรู้จากเรื่องที่อ่านเนี้ยในอนาคตยังไงบ้าง
ขอตอบเป็นภาษาไทยก่อนได้ไหมครับ
ค่ะ
เป็นวิธีที่เขาเก็บ record of the paper นะครับใน Google Sheet นะครับแล้วก็
you would like to follow their strategy
ครับ yes
and then
แบบว่ามันสามารถเอามาใช้ได้ง่ายครับแบบว่าเรื่องที่สำคัญเราเก็บไว้ เป็นในนี้มันเก็บไว้แบบวันต่อวันอย่างเงี้ยครับเก็บอ่านทุกวันแล้วก็มีเรื่องที่เก็บไว้ทุกวันแล้วก็สามารถเอามาใช้ได้ง่ายอย่างเงี้ยครับ
Okay. So even you answer me in Thai, but I know that you totally understand in the article. ผมเข้าใจกระบวนการเนาะตรงนี้ใช่ไหมคะ Very nice ค่ะก็คือยังไงนะเก็บใน Google Sheet ใช่ไหมคะแล้วก็เก็บไว้แล้วก็อ่านเรื่อยๆอ่านตลอดแล้วก็ค้นได้ง่ายอันนี้คือเขาเรียกว่า how to access and retrieve information back in a systematic way. Okay, very nice. So the last one ค่ะยุทธพงศ์ค่ะ Hello
ครับ ครับสวัสดีครับ
What questions, concerns or thought do you have?
ขอถามเป็นภาษาไทยก่อนนะครับ อันนี้คือคำถามก็คือผมมีคำถามเกี่ยวกับบทข้างหน้านี้บ้างไหมถูกไหมครับ
ใช่ค่ะก็คือคำถามก็คือว่าคุณพออ่านแล้วเนี่ยคุณมีคำถามหรือคุณมีข้อคิดเห็นข้อที่แบบควรพิจารณาหรือว่ามีความคิดอะไรเกี่ยวกับเรื่องนี้บ้าง
ผมขอตอบเป็นภาษาไทยก่อนได้ไหมครับพอดีแบบคิดคำอิงแล้วแบบแปลกๆผม
ไม่ไหวครับ
ครับ มันยังฝืนตัวเองอยู่ครับตอนนี้ ผมคิดว่าที่เขาอ่านมันเป็นพวกรีเสิร์ชใช่ไหมครับก็ผมก็คิดว่ามันก็มีความชอบของเขาด้วยแต่ผมแค่สงสัยว่าเขาไม่อ่านพวกแบบว่านวนิยายแบบพวกอะไรอย่างนี้บ้างเพื่อความบันเทิงอย่างเพื่อความบันเทิงอย่างเดียวเหรอครับหรือว่าอะไรประมาณนี้ครับเพราะว่าเท่าที่อ่านก็มีแต่วรรณกรรมแล้วก็มีรีเสิร์ชครับผมก็แค่สงสัยว่าไม่มีอ่านแบบว่าแฮร์รี่พอตเตอร์อะไรอย่างนี้บ้างล่ะครับแค่นี้เฉยแต่ไม่รู้จะอธิบายเป็นยังไง
Okay, so that means your answer is about you're concerned about why the reader didn't choose another topics that based on some amusement things, right? But she chose the paper that's based on her work career. Okay.
Yes.
So that one is about when she because she tried to set about her self-discipline. So that means it needs to be related back to her work, and she would like to gain more knowledge around her career. อันนี้แปลเป็นภาษาไทยนะก็คือว่าเขาทำงานสายนี้แล้วเขาก็คืออยากที่จะเพิ่มความรู้มากขึ้นพอเขาอ่านเนี่ยเขาก็รู้สึกว่ามันก็อาจจะไม่ได้ใช่เรื่องที่ยากแต่กลับกลายเป็นว่ามันก็สนุกมากขึ้นด้วยคือเขาก็สามารถหาความบันเทิงอยู่ในนั้นได้ยิ่งอ่านไปซึ่งเขาอ่านถึงเท่าไหร่คะ365วันแปลว่าก็คือ365 article ที่เขาอ่านเพราะนั้นความรู้มันก็จะเพิ่มขึ้นแล้วก็มันก็คือช่วยให้เขามีความเขาเรียกว่ามีความคิดต่างๆนะคะก็คือเอาไปต่อยอดได้นั่นเองเพราะนั้นคือเราไม่ได้เมนชั่นในนี้ว่าอ่านอย่างอื่นไหมเพราะนั้นเราก็แอดซูมหรือว่าสมมติฐานได้ว่าเขาก็อ่านแหละนะคะแต่ว่าในที่นี้คือเขาพยายามที่จะพูดแล้วก็ยกตัวอย่างในเรื่องของ scientific เพราะฉะนั้นสิ่งนี้ครูก็เลยมาเป็นตัวอย่างให้พวกเราได้หาของเขาอ่าน365เราอ่าน10 paper นะคะเพราะนั้นก็ลองฝึกดูว่ารู้สึกยังไงพยายามหาก็คือหาที่มันพออ่านได้ไม่ได้ตรงเกินไปเนาะเรารู้สึกว่าเราสนุกกับมันแล้วเราก็ฝึกอ่านได้คำศัพท์ใหม่ๆอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะนะนี่ก็คือเป็นสิ่งที่ครูจะให้เมสเสจไว้เนาะจากเรื่องนี้ก็จะลิงก์มาที่งานของพวกเรานั่นเองนะคะ Okay, so thank you very much for your participation. So right now we would like to turn our mode to listening practice. So this one will be on page number 7, the soothing power of books. And this one we have 3 questions. Okay, the first one is multiple choice that they ask that about what is the best-selling book of all time. Okay, and the second question they ask what is scanning books mean, and the last one is what is the purpose of scanning. So this one, when they say scanning, so it will come with scan, skim, right? Something that around reading. Okay, so let me prepare my device. Wow. Okay. แชร์หูฟังก็ได้ฟังด้วยกันถ้ามันไม่ทัน Okay, let me see. Let's check first because I do not hear anything.
This is a download from BBC Learning English.
ไม่ได้ยินอย่างนั้นไหมในซูมได้ยินไหมคะ
Yes.
ทำไมมันออกลำโพง Again I will open.
To find out more, visit our website.
ได้ยินจากไม่ได้ยินจากในซูมได้ยินไหมชัดไหมคะชัดโอเคฟังโอเค Okay, you ready? So ready, go.
6-Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.
Hello, this is 6-Minute English from BBC Learning English. I'm Neil.
And I'm Georgina.
What type of books do you like to read, Georgina?
I love reading crime fiction. You know, detective stories by authors like Ruth Rendell or Agatha Christie.
Really? Do you find them relaxing?
I wouldn't say relaxing exactly, but I get really involved in the story, trying to work out who the murderer is, then finding out on the last page.
That's interesting because today we'll be looking at how books can help us relax and feel more alive during troubled times. We'll be finding out how reading is one of the best ways to find relief from the pressures of modern life.
Neil, are you talking about bibliotherapy?
Amazing detective skills, Georgina. Exactly. Bibliotherapy is the prescription of books as a remedy to sickness. It's been around since 2013 when the UK charity Reading Agency published a list of books that doctors could offer to patients tackling topics from depression to dementia to chronic pain.
Since then, 1.2 million readers have borrowed the scheme's books from libraries. It's so successful that it's about to be extended to children as well.
I wonder which books have been most popular over that time. In fact, that's my quiz question for today. What is the best-selling book of all time? Is it A, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling, B, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, or C, Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes?
I'll say A, Harry Potter.
Okay, well, we'll find out later if you are right. In bibliotherapy, people meet up to read together. Professor Philip Davis, who runs these reading groups, believes they help the participants come more alive. Here he is speaking to BBC Radio 4's You and Yours about what he's discovered.
Above all, that it's not to do with scanning, with quick reading when they're reading literature. If they're just scanning, if you're just looking for information, you go fast, it's very easy, it's automatic. But when literature begins to do something more complicated than that, in an area that emotionally you care about, the brain begins to work from different parts, from a different hemisphere, and it gets excited. It gets pre-emotional. You can see the brain coming to life. And it's that life that is important in terms of these reading groups.
One type of reading is scanning, reading quickly in order to find specific information or skimming the page to get a general understanding.
But the real therapy happens when a group reads literature, written works such as novels, poems, or plays, which are thought to have artistic merit. When group members read literature, their brains get excited and start working from a different hemisphere, a word meaning half a sphere, usually half the Earth, or in this case, the human brain.
Reading literature in this way makes both the left and right hemisphere of the brain come to life. start to be activated again after a quiet period.
And it's this coming to life that proves the therapeutic effects of bibliotherapy. Here's Professor Davis again, explaining how the benefits of group reading are observed.
There are two methods, really. You can have ECG, where you put electrodes on the scalp and it measures electricity so that you can have a print-off of a graph of the sudden leaps that can happen at particular moments in reading a poem or a short story. Or you can go into the scanner, the fMRI, and there the blood flow, the oxygen, indicates again changes in the configuration of the brain as it takes in this new stimulus.
The benefits of reading literature with others can be felt by group members as they begin to feel more alive and able to cope with life's ups and downs. But they can also be measured scientifically by recording brainwave activity.
This can be done by carefully attaching metal wires called electrodes to the reader's scalp, the skin under the hair on the head.
Brain activity is then measured by giving the reader a stimulus, something that encourages activity in people. In this case, it could be a poem or novel to read.
Or something really stimulating, like a detective story.
Or a work of literature, which reminds me of today's quiz question. I asked you to name the most popular book of all time, and you said
A. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Which is definitely the most popular book in the 21st century, but number one of all time, selling over 500 million copies, is C. Cervantes' Don Quixote. And there's even a detective in it.
Today we've been discussing the therapeutic effects of meeting up with others in a reading group to read literature, writing of artistic value such as stories and poetry.
In contrast to scanning, reading quickly to find facts, reading groups use literature as a stimulus, something that encourages activity in people.
Reading stimulates both the left and right hemispheres, the two halves of the brain, and increases emotional activity which can be measured on the scalp, the skin under the hair on a reader's head.
All of which helps people dealing with trauma to come to life, feel active and more alive after a quiet period.
Right, that's it. I'm off to the library.
If only you could. Thanks for listening, and remember you can find many more stimulating topics and vocabulary here at 6 Minute English on BBC Learning English. Bye for now.
Bye.
6 Minute English
from the BBC.
This is a download from BBC Learning.
One time, is that enough? Do you need one more? Everyone?
Yes, one time.
One more time. We will run out about time a bit. Do you agree? So just let's go.
English. To find out more, visit our website.
ได้ยินเสียงเมื่อกี้ไหมคะ
6 Minute English
from bbclearningenglish.com.
Hello, this is 6 Minute English from BBC Learning English. I'm Neil.
And I'm Georgina.
What type of books do you like to read, Georgina?
I love reading crime fiction. You know, detective stories by authors like Ruth Rendell or Agatha Christie.
Really? Do you find them relaxing?
I wouldn't say relaxing exactly, but I get really involved in the story, trying to work out who the murderer is, then finding out on the last page.
That's interesting because today we'll be looking at how books can help us relax and feel more alive during troubled times. We'll be finding out how reading is one of the best ways to find relief from the pressures of modern life.
Neil, are you talking about bibliotherapy?
Amazing detective skills, Georgina. Exactly. Bibliotherapy is the prescription of books as a remedy to sickness. It's been around since 2013 when the UK charity Reading Agency published a list of books that doctors could offer to patients tackling topics from depression to dementia to chronic pain.
Since then, 1.2 million readers have borrowed the scheme's books from libraries. It's so successful that it's about to be extended to children as well.
I wonder which books have been most popular over that time. In fact, that's my quiz question for today. What is the best-selling book of all time? Is it A, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling, B, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, or C, Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes?
I'll say A, Harry Potter.
Okay, well, we'll find out later if you are right. In bibliotherapy, people meet up to read together. Professor Philip Davis, who runs these reading groups, believes they help the participants come more alive. Here he is speaking to BBC Radio 4's You and Yours about what he's discovered.
Above all, that it's not to do with scanning, with quick reading when they're reading literature. If they're just scanning, if you're just looking for information, you go fast, it's very easy, it's automatic. But when literature begins to do something more complicated than that, in an area that emotionally you care about, the brain begins to work from different parts, from a different hemisphere, and it gets excited. It gets pre-emotional. You can see the brain coming to life. And it's that life that is important in terms of these reading groups.
One type of reading is scanning, reading quickly in order to find specific information or skimming the page to get a general understanding.
But the real therapy happens when a group reads literature, written works such as novels, poems, or plays, which are thought to have artistic merit. When group members read literature, their brains get excited and start working from a different hemisphere, a word meaning half a sphere, usually half the Earth, or in this case, the human brain.
Reading literature in this way makes both the left and right hemisphere of the brain come to life, start to be activated again after a quiet period.
And it's this coming to life that proves the therapeutic effects of bibliotherapy. Here's Professor Davis again, explaining how the benefits of group reading are observed.
There are two methods, really. You can have ECG, where you put electrodes on the scalp and it measures electricity so that you can have a print-off of a graph of the sudden leaps that can happen at particular moments in reading a poem or a short story. Or you can go into the scanner, the fMRI, and there the blood flow, the oxygen, indicates again changes in the configuration of the brain as it takes in this new stimulus.
The benefits of reading literature with others can be felt by group members as they begin to feel more alive and able to cope with life's ups and downs. But they can also be measured scientifically by recording brainwave activity.
This can be done by carefully attaching metal wires called electrodes to the reader's scalp, the skin under the hair on the head.
Brain activity is then measured by giving the reader a stimulus, something that encourages activity in people. In this case, it could be a poem or novel to read.
Or something really stimulating, like a detective story.
Or a work of literature, which reminds me of today's quiz question. I asked you to name the most popular book of all time, and you said
A. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Which is definitely the most popular book in the 21st century, but number one of all time, selling over 500 million copies, is C. Cervantes' Don Quixote. And there's even a detective in it.
Today we've been discussing the therapeutic effects of meeting up with others in a reading group to read literature, writing of artistic value such as stories and poetry.
In contrast to scanning, reading quickly to find facts, reading groups use literature as a stimulus, something that encourages activity in people.
Reading stimulates both the left and right hemispheres, the two halves of the brain, and increases emotional activity which can be measured on the scalp, the skin under the hair on a reader's head.
All of which helps people dealing with trauma to come to life, feel active and more alive after a quiet period.
Right, that's it. I'm off to the library.
If only you could. Thanks for listening, and remember you can find many more stimulating topics and vocabulary here at 6 Minute English on BBC Learning English. Bye for now.
Bye.
6 Minute English
from the BBC.
Okay. Okay, the first lucky person is ณฤชน
ค่ะ
อันยงค่ะ What is the best selling book of all times
ข้อ A ค่ะ Harry Potter
ตอบใหม่ค่ะ It's wrong. It's not correct. It's not Harry Potter. You pass or you would like to try to answer again?
Try again
All right.
B ไหมคะ
Paragon, he said that no. Okay, so let's go to Paragon. Which one, huh?
I think C, teacher.
I think C, teacher.
Yeah.
That's correct. Can you catch up on how many copy that they selling the book? มีใครตอบได้บ้าง Not okay. Not in the question, but I asked for extra one is how many copy that they sell for the Don Quixote. So Faye is correct. She said that 500 million copy selling the book. So this is the best selling of all time classic. Okay. All right, next ค่ะลักษมินกรทาแสงนะคะไข่เอ่ย What is scanning books mean
สักครู่นะคะอาจารย์
The next one is คุณเทคิมนะคะ Prepare the last question ใครเอ่ย Come on
reading rapidly in order to find specific fact ข้างล่างใช่ไหมคะ
The second question, what is scanning books mean? It's very easy. This one, just 2 words. Can you try again or can you answer in Thai? Yes, exactly. Okay, by Tong, she just say, it's a reading quickly ค่ะ ก็คืออ่านเร็วๆ สแกนเนี่ย สแกนก็คือสแกน อ่านเร็วๆ browse นะคะ อ่านผ่านๆ อ่านเร็วๆ or you can say quick reading and you can say go fast. This is the answer for the second question. All right, we don't have much time left. We have only 2 minutes left. The third question is, what is the purpose of scanning?
I think so. Reading quickly understand for information.
The purpose วัตถุประสงค์ของการอ่าน
คืออ่านอันนี้มันอ่านวัตถุประสงค์การอ่านเร็วๆไม่ใช่เหรอครับอาจารย์ Scanning เหมือนกับว่าอ่านแล้วก็เข้าใจไวๆเหมือนกับว่าอ่านจัดใจความแล้วก็อ่านแล้วก็เข้าใจเนื้อเรื่องไม่ได้อ่านแบบทั้งหมด
Okay, that's nearly correct. I will get someone to help you ค่ะ เกมค่ะ ชิสนุพงศ์ค่ะ
I think
I think your signal is not good. I cannot hear you. How about I cannot hear you game. So how about รัชพลค่ะ yes รัชพล
Actually, I did not catch up this, but what I listen is to use your brain left and right something to improve something in your brain.
Okay, so I will just talk very fast. So the purpose of the scanning is mean you just find the specific information or skim the page to get general understanding แปลเป็นภาษาไทยนะคะก็คือขยายจากที่คิมพูดถูกแล้วแต่ว่าสิ่งที่เราต้องสแกนก็คือเราต้องมีการรู้ว่าเราจะหาอะไรแล้วเรามีเป้าเนาะการหาสิ่งนั้นมีคำถามหรือว่ามีวัตถุประสงค์คือหาตรงนั้นโดยเฉพาะเพราะนั้นเราหมายถึงว่าเราสแกนแล้วเราก็หาคำตอบตรงนั้นเลยเราไม่ต้องอ่านทั้งหมดนะคะอันนี้เรียกว่าการสแกนวัตถุประสงค์การสแกนเนาะทีนี้เรามาดูscanning ตรง vocabulary นี้รู้แล้วว่าแปลว่าอะไรนะคะก็คืออ่านเร็วๆ literature ค่ะวรรณกรรมเนาะวรรณกรรมเป็นบทละครเป็นนวนิยายเป็นอะไรได้หมดเพื่อมีคุณค่าทางด้านวรรณศิลป์ hemisphere เมื่อกี้ที่เพื่อนพูดที่รัชพลพูดก็คือซีกของสมองทั้งฝั่งซ้ายและฝั่งขวาในการอ่านเราจะใช้ทั้งสองฝั่งนะคะนี่คือเขาเรียกว่าซีกนะคะซีกทางถ้าตัวนี้ก็คือซีกโลกหรือถ้าเกิดตัวนี้ก็คือซีกของสมองก็ได้นะคะทีนี้ coming to life can you catch that word coming to life แปลภาษาไทยเนาะก็คือมันมีชีวิตขึ้นมาเวลาเราการอ่านมันเป็นการ activate นะคะ scalp คำนี้ได้ไหมคะ skin under the hair on your head คืออะไรง่ายๆหนังหัวถูกต้องขอบคุณเมนทอร์ หนังหัวนั่นเองและคำสุดท้ายค่ะ the last vocabulary that quite interesting and you will find it quite often stimulus คือคำแปลของมันคืออะไร something that encourage activity in people or things encourage สร้างกำลังใจก็คือการกระตุ้นนั่นเองก็คือกระตุ้นนะคะกระตุ้นให้เรารู้สึกอยากทำอะไรเพราะฉะนั้นถ้าเกิดเราจับคำที่อยู่ในนั้นมีคำว่า trauma ก็คือแบบเป็นภาวะหนึ่ง bibliotherapy จับได้ไหมเป็นการอ่านบำบัด biblio แล้วก็ therapy ก็คือเราจะได้เห็นเวลารักษาเนาะมันก็จะเป็นการอ่านบำบัดนะคะประมาณนี้ค่ะ for this is just for today. So on Friday we will have another thing. We will practice about listening speaking skill with foreigner British handsome guys. But before that I will brief introduce something for you first. Okay, so thank you for today and see you again on Friday.
สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Thank you teacher
สวัสดีครับ
Thank you student